Have you ever observed how your mind often goes over everything that went wrong at the end of the day? The disagreement with a buddy, the error you made at work, or the assignment you failed to finish. It seems as though our minds are programmed to draw attention to and amplify the issues, making them appear more serious and larger than they actually are. And if we're not careful, this tendency can lead us to believe that every day is a struggle, that life itself is a series of frustrations, rather than a journey filled with moments of beauty, growth, and meaning. It's so easy to focus on the negatives, isn't it? We all do it. The small annoyances, the disappointments, the failures, they all seem to stick in our minds long after the day has ended. But what if, instead of allowing the day to end with feelings of defeat or frustration, you chose to end it with gratitude? What if, before closing your eyes and falling asleep, you decided to focus not on what went wrong, but on what went right? Gratitude in its simplest form isn't just a feel-good concept or a passing idea. It's a mental reset. It's a practice that trains your mind to view the world through a different lens, to focus on the positives instead of the negatives. Imagine for a moment that no matter how difficult or challenging your day was, you could still find something, anything, to be grateful for. Maybe it was something as small as a kind word from a stranger or a smile from a loved one. Maybe it was the simple fact that you had food to eat, a roof over your head, or a place to rest. Or maybe it was just the ability to take a deep breath, to exist in the present moment, to feel your body in space. This small shift in perspective doesn't just change how you feel in the moment. It has a lasting impact on how you wake up the next day, how you approach life, and ultimately how much peace and contentment you carry within your heart. Gratitude can serve as a kind of emotional reset button. It helps you shift from a state of negativity and overwhelm into a state of balance and calm. It allows you to reframe your experiences, to see challenges not as burdens, but as opportunities for growth and learning. And over time, this simple habit can make a profound difference in your life. You may be asking yourself, what makes thankfulness so crucial? When life is so overwhelming and challenging, why should I concentrate on it? Initially, feeling thankful after a difficult day may seem odd or even paradoxical. After all, how can you possibly feel grateful when life is full with obstacles, when everything seems to be going wrong, and when nothing seems to be going your way? When everything seems like a fight, it's difficult to even consider being grateful. However, that is precisely the reason this practice is so important. Because if you don't intentionally focus on gratitude, negativity will inevitably take over. And negativity, as we all know, has a tendency to multiply. It grows larger with each passing day, and before long, it starts to shape the way you see the world. If you're not careful, negativity can become a lens through which you view all of your experiences, coloring even the good moments with a sense of dread or anxiety. Think back to the last time you were upset about something. Did it feel like the situation was bigger than it actually was? Did you replay the incident over and over in your mind, making it seem worse each time? That's the power of focus. Whatever you give your attention to grows. If you focus on the negative, it amplifies. But what if you could take that same energy, that same attention, and redirect it toward gratitude? Imagine if, instead of dwelling on what went wrong or what was frustrating, you spent your mental energy recognizing and appreciating what went right. Imagine if, every night before you sleep, you train yourself to find something, anything, to be grateful for. Over time, this small practice begins to rewire your brain. It conditions you to notice the good, even in difficult or challenging times. It helps you develop the mental habit of looking for the silver lining, even when things don't seem ideal. And the truth is, there is always something to be grateful for, even in the most trying circumstances. The rare and beautiful gift of existence itself is something to appreciate. Have you ever stopped to think about how miraculous it is that you exist at all? Out of billions of possibilities, out of countless factors that had to align perfectly, here you are, breathing, living, experiencing. You can hardly imagine it when you consider it. In the universe, a great number of beings have never even had the opportunity to live. They've never experienced the warmth of the sun on their skin, heard laughter, tasted food, or shed happy or sad tears. But you have. You have been bestowed with this unique and priceless gift, the capacity to exist, experience, learn, develop, love, and connect. You are here, and that alone is something to be grateful for. How often do we take this gift for granted? How often do we forget that simply waking up each morning is a privilege? How many days do we waste complaining about the small inconveniences, forgetting that life itself is the greatest gift we will ever receive? Even in hard times, even when things aren't going as planned, even when life feels like an uphill battle, just being here, just having the opportunity to experience another day is something to be thankful for. And when you truly understand this on a deep level, when you internalize this truth, your entire perspective on life begins to change. How you start your day is incredibly important. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Just as gratitude before bedtime helps you sleep peacefully, how you start your morning determines the energy you bring with you throughout the rest of the day. Think about your usual morning routine. The alarm goes off and immediately you reach for your phone. Messages, emails, notifications flood your screen before you even get out of bed. Your mind is immediately consumed by the demands of the world. And just like that, you've lost control of your day before it even begins. But what if you did things differently? What if, instead of diving straight into the stress of your phone or your to-do list, you created a moment of peace for yourself, just a moment of stillness, a moment to breathe and reconnect before the noise of the world takes over? Imagine waking up 15 or 20 minutes earlier, before anyone else in the house is awake, before the world starts buzzing, the streets are quiet, the air is fresh, no phone calls, no emails, no distractions, just you in the stillness of the morning. This is your time. This is your space, your moment of solitude. In these precious minutes, you have a choice. You can fill this time with something meaningful, something that nourishes your body and mind. It could be meditation, journaling, stretching, deep breathing, or simply sitting in silence with a warm drink. It doesn't matter what you choose as long as it's intentional and calming, but the key is to protect this time fiercely. No checking your phone, no responding to messages, no rushing into the chaos of the day. For these 15 minutes, the world can wait. This is your time to reconnect with yourself, to center yourself, and to set your intentions for the day ahead. And everything seems different when you begin your day in this manner, composed, focused, and in the moment. You navigate the day with greater awareness, patience, and clarity. You become less affected by stress and find it simpler to overcome obstacles. Most significantly, you start to live more mindfully instead of merely going through the motions. You're more mindful of the present, more involved with it, and more grateful for the opportunity and beauty that come with every new day. At the end of the day, life is made up of small moments. The way you end your night, the way you begin your morning, these simple choices shape your mindset, your emotions, and your experience of life itself. You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't have to have it all figured out. But you do have control over the small habits you choose to create, and over time, those habits will shape the person you become. So tonight, before you sleep, take a deep breath. Let go of what didn't go right. Find something, anything, to be grateful for. And tomorrow morning, when the world is still asleep, give yourself the gift of a few quiet moments just for you, just to be. Because your life is happening right now, and you deserve to experience it fully. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on how you can bring more gratitude and stillness into your daily life. Remember, small shifts create big transformations. At Insightful Inspiration, we believe in the power of mindful living, choosing awareness over autopilot, gratitude over complaints, and presence over distraction. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on self-growth, inner peace, and the art of living fully. Thank you for being here. Until next time, stay mindful, stay grateful, and embrace the essence of wisdom in your journey.